Tom.
On our way back home, I figured I'd go over some of my notes here. So, let's take a look at a few of these real quick. Let's see here. Ah, yes, the Emperor's bulblax. I seem to recall fighting one of these. Wake up, you! Wake up! Alright, she doesn't eat. She just rolls around. Alright. My notes. Empress bulblax, Oculus matriarcha, Grub-dog family. Initial observations placed doubt on the capability of the Grub-dog family to support a strong ant or bee-like social structure, but recent studies show the family is capable of such complexity. The egg sac of the largest female Grub-dog within a given range swells to dramatic proportions in response to environmental changes, such as the sudden depletion of prey and species. These females temporarily take on the role of pack matriarch. Also, in pack formation, it has been observed that nearly all males not involved in species reproduction undergo natural sex changes. The characteristics of such specimens are quite intriguing indeed.
For a sophisticated delicacy, make a pâte de foie gras from this massive obese creature's liver and spread it over the sesame cracker.
Ah, remember the burrowing Snagret as well. Snagret, whatever. This thing was quite irksome. Being one of the few creatures that when it burrows and comes back up. When it burrows and comes back up, it will get stuck and making it easier for my Pikmin to get to it. Burrowing Snagret. Chiphoropes anacondae. Snavian family. The majority of Snagret species lie in wait to ambush and capture prey with a body type perfectly adapted for sudden strikes. It violently attacks small surface-dwelling insects distributed across a relatively wide range of subspecies. Distributed across a relatively wide range of subspecies of Snagret suited to the varying soil conditions have emerged, making the Snagret the most geographically represented species besides the bulbulb. Visually resembling the burrowing Snagret is the burrowing Snarrow, the range of which partially overlaps with the Snagret's range. While the two may appear similar when pulled from the ground, they can be distinguished by the presence of an absence of a tail, of tail and wing markings.
Slice the serpentine torso into a thin medallions, skewer on a metal rod with hokitate onions, and barbecue over an open flame.
Ah, the beady long legs. Not necessarily a deadly creature as far as edibility goes, but it does stomp around a lot. Beady longlegs, Pseudoarachnia amoralis, Arachnoid family. Although this creature is commonly associated with spiders, it has actually result of a separate evolutionary line of insectoid creatures. Since the spherical body section supported by the creature's legs carries most of its internal organs, there appears to be no other features that would correspond to a head or abdomen.
Poisonous. Consumption results in prolonged writhing and uncontrollable mirth.
Ah, the Emperor bulblax. Come on, let's get him out there. There we go. This thing caused me some trouble back in the days when I was trying to gather my ship pieces. Oh, let's check this. Emperor bulblax, Oculus supremus, Grub-dog family. The largest member of the Grub-dog family is normally found buried in the ground, with only the stalks of his eyes exposed. This camouflage allows the predator to surprise smaller creatures and uses long adhesive tongue to capture prey. The thick hide and angular hump give the organism a distinct rock-like quality. During the rainy season, moss grows freely on its hump, making it nearly impossible to distinguish this lethal predator from a stone.
To prep the tongue for cooking, marinate it in olive oil and chop it into cubes. Stir in a pot with carrots, potatoes, chives, clover, and simmer over a low heat for several hours. Accompany this with this mouth-watering rustic stew with a hearty roll.
Oh, yes. I recall this thing. Come on, are you attracted to these at all? Nope, you're only attracted toward treasure. Well, I seem to recall you quite well. The giant breadbug, the Pancerus gigantus, breadbug family. This gargantuan species of crater breadbug family has a torso so perfectly square that it almost seems like it was formed in a mold. For a brief period after birth, the giant breadbug competes for food with smaller breadbugs. Upon reaching maturity, it seeks out much larger prey. This is the primary reason that two species with similar feeding habits can coexist in the same habitat. Hordes of Pikmin appear to pose only the plausible threat to this massive creature's life.
Although cooking this colossal beast yields a mountain of meat, every ounce of it is flavorless, only suitable for intergalactic all-you-can-eat buffets.
Oh yes, cousin to the burrowing Snagret. The pileated Snagret. Quite a nasty piece of work this is. Hops around on one leg and chases after us with a much larger reach than the Snagret. Ah, the pileated Snagret. Cheiriopedes ambulararia. Ambulatria. Snavian family. The variety of Snagret has the ability to both burrow underground and walk above it. Its earthy red coloration and distinct yellow ear and eye markings make it immediately recognizable, despite featuring a chimera-like merging of a serpent and avian features. The pileated Snagret has poor eyesight for a bird, perhaps due to the extended period spent underground. To compensate for this, its nose features a thermal sensing organ, common to many snakes, making it a dangerously effective hunter.
You haven't lived until you tasted a mint-braised Snagret shank. Or if you're feeling especially saucy, stuff a bird with a can of your favorite savory nectar, throw it in a barbecue and let the juices mingle to make a mean beverage canister Snagret.
You're making fried beer cans over there, Louie?
No.
Ah, yes, the man at legs. A rather bizarre combination of arachnid and machine parts. Best known for its steam-like powers and its machine gun torso. Man at legs, Pseudo-Arachnia Navaronia, Arachnoid family. This species of Arachnoid family fuses with machinery at crucial points of the maturation process, giving it the ability to fire bursts from the launcher beneath its orbular torso. However, the man at legs is not itself in control of this weapon. Instead, the mechanical portions of its structure appear to be automatically acquired and attack targets. The man at legs has a gentle disposition, and as a member of the Arachnoid species, it has no natural enemies. It is particularly difficult to understand why this species would develop such an awesome offensive capabilities, leading to rumors among the scientific community that it was the machinery that approached the Arachnoid and proposed a symbiotic relationship.
Although the meat is a bit on the metallic side, the oil makes for a mouthwatering gravy or lubricant vinaigrette.
Yes. Ah, yes, the ranging bloyster. Recall this when me and the president were having issues fighting it. Doesn't seem to care about the pick carrots, but does care about captains. Yep, still eating them. Ranging bloyster, musculid, molluskid predatoria, mollusk king family. The species of mollusk has shed its shell through the process of evolution. What appears to be a flower-shaped protrusion on its back actually functions as its gills. The ranging bloyster ensnares small animals with its sticky tentacles, reels them in and consumes them. Observers have noted that this creature exhibits a keen interest in flashing objects. It often tries to capture and ingest these objects. Researchers and explorers equipped with flashing identification beacons should be wary when in close proximity to this dangerous predator.
The gills are best prepared deep fried in an herb and breadcrumb batter. Also tasty poached and drenched with a fine soy sauce.
Oh dear. The Waterwraith. Causing me and the president so much grief here. Let's see what it does. Does it go after the carrots? It seems to be. Let's see, we'll turn around and go after the carrot. Doesn't appear to be, it looks like it's running away from them. Waterwraith. Amphibiosapiens, unknown family. All that is known about this creature stems from a few sightings deep underground. All reported sightings feature the same core of set details. Giant viscous form with a clear, hazy sheen, not unlike hard candy. One theory holds that it may be an ectoplasmic incarnation of a kind of psychic phenomenon. But as is usually with the case of these theories, it is very difficult to prove. All witnesses report being suddenly overcome with fear upon sighting the creature, approaching a state of panic and near insanity. In fact, every report contains an inordinate amount of extremely vague details, which has led to suspicions, that exhaustion and fear have caused some simple natural phenomenon to be viewed as a living creature.
Inedible, known to cause mass hysteria, followed by leg spasms and internal thunderings. Believe me, I tried it.
Ah, yes, the segmented crawster. This thing was quite, well, it was rather ordinary, I'll give it that. The only way I could really defeat it was have it bash itself against a wall. So, let's see here. Segmented crawster, oh god, I can't even read my own handwriting here. Parastocoidea reptantia, the creep crab family. This gigantic beast is wrapped in a hard shell. In an atypical evolution, the right front leg of this creature is hypertrophic, taking on the function of an arm rather than a leg. Its asymmetrical physical development is unique in the natural world. One unlucky explorer's incorrect conclusion that this creature adheres to a pattern of peaceful, quiet behavior led to an unfortunate incident. In fact, this beast exhibits intensely hostile, aggressive tendencies, aiming at prey and ramming at them at full speed.
Dessert meats are all the rage on Hokotade. When the planet's finest chefs hear about the kind of sorbets, pies, and parfaits you can make with the claw meat of this sweet beast, they'll clamor for every morsel we bring home.
Ah yes, the raging long legs. I didn't realize how pissed off it would get, especially when it was stabbing around as such. Raging long legs, pseudo-arachnia, Feriendis arachnoid family. Arachnobs boast a wondrous biological composition. A silicon-based exoskeleton and innards coated with malleable heavy metals. However, much about these creatures remains a mystery. The specimens regularly explode when they are dissected. These explosions produce scorching flames that completely melt all internal organs, leaving us with a disappointing lack of information of the inner workings of the species. We must await the development of a new dissection process and a more specialized research before we can better understand this enigmatic creature. However, the following observation notes have been recorded. Appears to be leveling terrain for some unknown purpose. Location of eyes and ears not readily apparent. Freezing the specimen may yield new research opportunities.
Neither boiling nor baking can diminish this creature's overpowering musky scent. Only suitable for serving to unpleasant in-laws.
Ah, yes. The last creature on our list. And being part of the Dweevil family, it shields itself in a coat made out of various treasures that fired upon me. Titan Dweevil, Mandarachnia gargantium, Dweevil family. The largest member of the Dweevil family, this fearsome predator carries protective components that frequently exhibit offensive capabilities, an evolution that may be attributed to a mere chance. Another evolutionary theory is that the chemical contents of the containers carried by Titan Dweevils contribute to the possible gene splicing. While the Dweevils do not seem to choose the objects they carry, the Titan Dweevil appears to prefer shiny objects above all others.
Eaten raw, this predator's luxurious legs are bold and full flavored. What a satisfying crunch!
Alright, now. Let's see what our computer has to say about all of the various sales pitches here.
So many to choose from, you didn't actually, do any of them. Alright, let us start with what we know here. Let's start with this one here. Fate's tapestry has unraveled... Wait, pardon me. Hold on. Error. I thought I had a sales pitch for the entire thing. What is happening?
I thought you had a sales pitch for the entire category, not just the individual ones.
Error. Does not compute.
Alright, well, give me the important ones then.
Roger. A new employee of Hokotade Freight, Louie is often silent. Nobody knows what thoughts lurk in his mind. He appears to operate on the same wavelength as insects, often with a dangerous result. After he was kidnapped, he somehow managed to hijack a colossal insect's brain.
Louie is back. Somehow he survived a horrific ordeal with a freakishly large weapon-wielding Titan Dweevil. I entered with an army of ferocious Pikmin, grimly determined to save Louie from the Titan Dweevil, but it seems that he was perfectly fine all along. I can't understand how he managed to avoid being eaten. He always had an unusually close connection with insects, and I know he loves to cook them. Maybe he wasn't kidnapped after all. Could he have been controlling that beast all along? No, that's craziness. Although he does insist that we now address him by his proper title, the King of the Bugs. Alright, what else do we have? This key here.
This shape, I have encountered it somewhere before. No, I must be mistaken. Yes, I am mistaken. Thoughts like these strike all who see this Kabbalistic form. Can you feel its immense power?
This item came from the personal treasure hoard of a massive Pikmin-devouring spider. The whole cave was crawling with all kinds of fearsome creatures. I said to name that eerie cave the Citadel of Spiders. The ship can't stand bugs. Whenever I ask it to store a specimen for salvage, it threatens to stage a mutiny.
I thought you were going to talk about the key.
There's nothing to talk about, Louie. Let's see here. Quite a lot on this list here. What do we have here?
This relic rose directly from the sands of time. Its shape invoked waves of sweet nostalgia.
I can't believe I had the fortune of finding this thing buried underground. I'm still a robot. I can't believe I had the fortune of finding this thing buried underground. It looks like a component of a huge mechanical doll. It looks just like a part from a robot in a cartoon I used to watch as a kid. How nostalgic. This futuristic machine makes me feel like I've traveled back in time. How ironic. Well, I believe we've gotten all we could out of this. Some of these notes are quite odd.
Inedible. Effects of consumption include uncontrollable arm flailing and enthusiastic dishwashing.
Was that your notes on this caustic weevil for cooking it?
Yeah.
Alright then. Also, apparently there's a creature we haven't seen yet. Oh! We haven't seen a yellow candy pop bud yet. How rather odd. I just haven't used one. Well, anywho, I do believe we're safe at home now, so I think we're going to call it a quit. So hopefully, at some point we'll return to this planet, scavenge more treasure, and Mr. President, I am still waiting on my ship!